How to crochet the chainless double crochet foundation. For this stitch you will need a crochet hook. Special thanks to our sponsor Chrochet for providing today's hooks. Today we are using their Addy Swing ergonomic crochet hooks in the size US 8H and a ball of yarn. Special thanks to our sponsor Lion Brand for providing today's yarn. Today we are using their Cotton Ease line in the color Terracotta. The chainless double crochet foundation is a way of starting your work without doing a foundation chain to begin with, which can be a little bit cumbersome. What this allows you to do is create your chain as you are working your pattern, and it will create a really nice finished edge, and it's great for big projects like afghans and such, where you may not want to have a huge chain before you start working. You can just start working the pattern right away. It has a really nice border. It looks almost like a knitted stitch along the edge, and it's very finished looking. So it's a great way to start out your work, and we're going to show you how to do it right now. So before we get started, we're going to do a slip knot and then chain 4 onto our hook. Now for step 1, we're going to yarn over our hook, and we're going to insert our hook into the top 2 loops of this first chain stitch. So we're going to, so if that doesn't make any sense, there's kind of this loop on the back and the loop on the side, and we're going to go underneath both of those. So if you can, actually it might be easier to see on this side. We're actually going to come in and through the side. Okay, so that now we've got these 2 stitches on our crochet hook, and hopefully you can see that well. I'm going to refocus this. Okay, so now we can see those stitches right there on the side, and we have the one on the other side. Okay, so we're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull through, and we're just going to work our double crochet as normal, and this is step 2. So that's going to set up what we're doing for the rest of this foundation chain, or chainless foundation. So what we're going to do for step 3 is yarn over. Then we're going to insert our hook into the top 2 stitches at the base of this double crochet that we have right here, which is this stitch right here. Okay, so we're going to insert our hook, and we're going to do the same thing that we did before. We're going to go underneath those 2 stitches, and this is probably the trickiest part of this stitch. At least that's what I found when I was learning it. But we're still going to have those 2 stitches on the side. Okay, so what we're going to do for step 4 is we're going to yarn over and pull through once, and then step 5 we're going to yarn over and pull through 2, and step 6 we will yarn over and pull through the last 2, leaving us with 1 stitch on our hook. So that should be steps 3 through 6 that we're repeating. So let's do that again. We're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the top 2 stitches from the base of the chain, or the base of that double crochet. So how do we find those? We can see that we're kind of creating this row of what almost looks like knitted stitches, or a little bit like a crochet chain. And we're going to go, or you can look at the double crochet that we made. So we have it right here, that we want to work the base of this. So that's going to be this stitch that we're working. So we're going to insert it in here, and then when we want to pick up the other half of that stitch. So we can see that we want to go under here, and I don't want to split this yarn. That's why I'm having trouble with it. Okay. So then we'll yarn over and pull through once. And this is the key to this foundation, is we pull through once before we work the rest of our double crochet. So we're going to yarn over again, and then we'll pull through 2 and work the rest of our double crochet like we normally would. Now the other thing that you might want to pay attention to is that this can be a little bit of a tight way to begin. So if you have trouble with your crochet being tight, then you might want to use a bigger hook, or just be a little bit more generous with your slack when you're creating your loops, and that can help. So we can already see that we're forming the basis of our chain. You'll know that you're doing it right because you'll see these interlocking loops along the side here. When I was experimenting with this, I was not seeing those, and I was definitely doing something wrong, although I couldn't figure out quite what. But that is the way to know that you're doing it right. It almost looks like you have a row of interlocking stitches like you would on the top of your crochet, like this, on the base of it, and that's what is giving you that really nice finished edge. So we're just going to repeat steps 3 through 6 until you've reached your desired length, and that's how you crochet the chainless double crochet foundation. After a few repeats, your pattern should look like this. Want more New Stitch a Day? Check out our website at newstitchaday.com.